It's story time with Whitaker. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. You all have heard me talk about the fact that I enjoy being a dad. I enjoy parenting. Now I guess I'm like in this place in life where I'm like more of a coach, if you will, because my big girl's off to college and my second born is, she thinks she's just running things. So still parenting them, but you got to coach them through a lot of things. Anyway, when they were little, and cell phones weren't that big because they didn't have phones. We would talk a lot in the car. We would just talk. I didn't like listen to the radio. We would just talk about all kinds of stuff. What happened at school today? Give me your highs and lows. Tell me 3 things that you really didn't like, 2 things that you think you can improve on, that kind of stuff like that. We're always talking in the car. And we used to come up with these really silly games where we would pick a car and make up an entire story about the person who's driving the car. So say, hey, who's driving that black Escalade right there? Go. And they would tell you a story. Or what is the person that's driving that white Honda right next door to us? What are they listening to? Go. Or where's this person coming from that's right behind us in that maroon Hyundai? Where are they coming from? Go. And they would have to make up a story, and they just had to just keep it going. It didn't matter. It could be as crazy of a story as possible. Oh, she just left from the thrift store because she found $20 in her last time she went thrifting. So she's been buying clothes and checking the pockets to see if she can find more money. And she found $50 this time. And so she wouldn't fill her gas tank up. And now she's celebrating by going to another thrift store to see if she can find more money in the pockets of the clothes and the thrift store. Okay. That's okay. That's kind of cool. All right. I like it. Or and sometimes you didn't even pass it off. Say, okay, now I got in the story this far. I talked for a minute. You have to, and now I pass it to President Firstborn. Go. And they have to continue the story from where you left off. So now the woman is celebrating because she found $50, but she's going to go to this store that she really thinks might have some money in the pockets, but she also wants to go to lunch. So she has some change left over from the $50 in gas. She's going to go to lunch and maybe meet some of her friends that she went to college with that are all in town for college reunion. And she really likes this place because they serve great tacos. Bada boom. And now I pass it to you. And you got to pass it around. It's just silliness. It's just silliness. It used to keep us engaged, have fun in the car, looking around, making fun of it, and just enjoying life, okay? But notice something that we didn't need. We did not need technology to do that. So I'm going to pull this in here because this is yet another example. We don't need technology for this, people. We really, truly don't need technology. So this person said this, shout out. He said this, cool use case of Chatterbatter work I heard last night. Connect your family calendars and explain your kids' interests, which is, I don't know about that one, but okay, let's go. Every morning for the drive to school, have it make a podcast that talks about one kid's soccer game that afternoon, one kid's upcoming birthday, some news, etc. Okay. I mean, that is kind of cool. I mean, that's definitely a new use, a creative use of Chatterbatter, but I kind of agree with the person down at the bottom. What if you just talk to your children? Like, stop. Some things we don't need to create. We don't need a solution for. They're not a problem. And everything that's in life does not need to be solved through technology. Some things are going to be solved through human interaction and just talking to your kids, man. Just talking to your kids. Like, why would you do that? I mean, I guess it sounds cool, and you just know whoever came up with it. They just knew they was cooking. Oh yeah, you know they was cooking. You know it. You know that they just knew they came up with the solution of all solutions. They was cooking. But why do you need that? Let me know what you think. Comment down below. Give me your what do you do with your children when you're driving with them? If they're little people or they're big people now. Do y'all just talk? Do y'all sit around, chew the fat, talk about times, or do y'all, everybody on their phones, everybody in their own zone? What happens? Let me know. Well, hopefully not the driver. The driver should not be on their phone, so don't you be doing that. But the rest of y'all, let me know. I want to hear what you think about it. So until next time, everybody, grace and peace. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Jay Whitt Podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, please do me a favor and hit me up with that 3-piece special. Like the video, subscribe, and of course, share it with somebody who would also enjoy this type of content. And make sure you leave a comment because I do pin the best comments to the top. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.